you know, they make a lot. What do you think about the LIV Golf thing?
Love it.
Dude.
Absolutely love it. Why not?
Tell me more.
Here's the reason. And I told you before this, I know a guy that went over there. And here's the thing. Some people love the preservation and the history of the PGA. I get it, tradition. A lot of things about the PGA are bullshit, and particularly the idea that the PGA had a stronghold on them. It was kind of like, it has like the remnants of like contracts from studios in the 50s for actors, where you're like, we own your fucking ass, your likeness, your rights, your images. When the golfers golf, they can't use that footage. They have to license it from the PGA. So if I'm out playing and I want to be like, hey man, I want to put up a post on Instagram about this dope ass putt I hit or whatever, this great, you have to buy it. You have to buy your shit back from them. Bullshit. Why? If I'm Zion Williamson in the NBA and I fucking yoke on someone, I put my dick in their fucking face and dunk on them,
Whoa.
The NBA can't wait to give you the footage. They're like, dude, post that shit because it's going to help their brand. PGA is old white guy bullshit, and I get it that it's antiquated. So some of the younger guys were like, fuck this, I want more freedom and fun. I want something different. Mm-hmm. Some of them, their careers are on the other side, so they might not be making so much more to win money, right? So this is a great alternative. The problem people had was like Dustin Johnson or, you know, guys that are at the top, and they're like, why are you pulling your game over there? Do you think you can't win anymore in this? Which is part of the controversy. It's like, but
what's the big controversy?
Well,
the big controversy
Saudi
is run
money.
by the Saudis.
Yeah, but Saudi money is invested in tons of shit. Look up Saudi money LPGA. Look that up. The investment of the Saudis isn't like a new thing in American sports. So people are just mad because the PGA particularly is mad because they're looking something in the face that's threatening them. It's not going to be bigger than the PGA, but it's an alternative that's fun. People like it. It's not going to be bigger. It's not going to take it over, but don't.
What people are concerned with is that people are leaving and they're going to work for someone who's been accused of some horrific shit.
Sure, but who made your jeans?
These are American jeans.
But you know what I mean? It's like most
These
people
are made by Origin.
But most people go, oh, dude, I don't like that. It's like, dude, your fucking shirt was made by a Chinese kid.
There's a lot. Well, your phone. If you're complaining about stuff, you're literally complaining on a device that was made by slaves.
Well, that's my point. So yeah. I think that when you start to get into nitpicky stuff, I'm always like, I understand the idea of like being like people are anti them playing for Saudi money, but if you think you're not involved in Saudi money at a high sports level, I'm sorry, but it's there.
Well, the WWE fans are freaking out now, right?
Why?
Jamie?
Yeah.
What's that about?
They announced last night that the Saudi investment fund bought the WWE, I believe.
Okay. Well, what are you going to do?
What happens now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's fucking no.
What happens now?
Well, there's no divas. There's not going to be any women.
Look at that. Vince McMahon. WWE talent done if company is sold to Saudi Arabia.
Thank you, brother.
Wrestling.
It says it's not sold to Saudi, according to them.
So
this is what was happening on Twitter last night. WWE Twitter world freaked out. It was like trending all night.
Well,
People
go to
started
Snopes.
asking,
What does Snopes have to say?
Oh, they had an answer? Oh, they
Yeah.
did.
Is WWE being so? Research in progress. Oh.
Still going. So yes. So the answer is yes, and they just can't leak it yet. No, but
the money comes around if it's a substantial increase in money.
I think here's the deal. I understand tradition, but if these guys want an alternative league to play in, who fucking let them go play? Who gives a shit? I don't know. Why do you need a monopoly of one league? I mean, you look at the history.
That's not what the problem is. What people have a problem with is Jamal Khashoggi. Jamal Khashoggi, who was a journalist for the Washington Post, who was dismembered at the Turkish embassy supposedly at the instructions of the Saudi royals.
Yeah.
He was critical of them.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know who literally is funding. They could be just Saudi businessmen that are funding LIV. I don't know this particulars, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying is like, whatever. If they want to go play in that league and they're comfortable with it, let them go play, I guess. Fuck it.
What an American perspective.
Well, let them go play. It's fucking capitalism, baby. You want to get that fucking check, dude?
That's the Trump perspective.
Well, get that fucking check, dude.
Trump told them, it's an amazing organization. They're doing great things.
Doing great things.
Go get that money.
I think, honestly, here's what's really going to happen. they're going to go get that money and then they're going to leave. Then it's going to be over and it's going to dissipate into nothing.
Or not. If they have that kind of cheddar, they have enough cheddar they could literally keep this going forever if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't put a dent in them.
No, it's not that. And you're right. It's more that what guys are going to be willing to either stay there or continue to go over there. So the problem is the talent, right? It's like anything else. It's like,
but they're having the events here.
Correct. I went to one.
So you don't have to stay, you don't have to go over there.
I think they only play one over there. All of them are here. Like I went to one in Chicago, Rich Harvest Farms, and yeah, I mean, look, it's really interesting to see the internal uproar, which I immediately attribute to golf is an old tradition sport, so people are really particular. So they don't even like that someone's entering the conversation. The other perspective, obviously, is the one that is the bigger deal. Is people are think it's an immoral move,
right?
Unethical move.
If it was instead some enormous hedge fund got together and they put all their money together and decided to fund their own alternative golf agency or
they'd be
golf tour,
just as mad. I think they would be just as upset. People would be. The PGA does not want competition. They don't like that guys are even thinking about going. And then I think personally, they're shoehorning in the Saudi stuff to go, and that's bad. See, they're more mad about business interests. They don't they don't fucking care about
how
the Saudi
much of
shit.
a effect is it having on the top players?
Nothing. I mean, my buddy's doing a documentary that's coming out on Netflix. I think coming up soon in the first quarter of the year about the PGA, and during the middle of the filming, half of the guys left and went to LIV, and he films both perspectives. So, and it's supposed to be really good. It's not changed much.
What's the highest level player?
The highest paycheck?
Highest level, like a guy who's like a championship caliber.
Phil Mickelson is one of the greatest of all time, arguably, in a span of many golfers. Right? I'm not saying he's like number one, I'm just saying he is one of the best of all time, and he is I think he's the biggest money, right? Wasn't he the biggest?
Him or
DJ?
Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, him or DJ got the most. But
and what kind of money are we talking about?
150 mil supposedly to just come over to play before they want any extra money.
Before they got paid out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But it's also part of a contract. No one knows the details of these contracts.
Well, they're private, right? They don't have to disclose.
Didn't they lose all their sponsors once they went over there, though?
A lot of them lost some of their sponsors, but I don't know if you need them anymore after 150 mil clears.
Right.
Yeah, I think